So one of the fun things about American Ninja Warrior, which was a little bit of a shock, fun being sarcasm, is the sheer amount of paperwork. I mean, this is the third time actually doing the paperwork. Yeah, because they didn't send it to me for season 12 because I didn't go. But now I'm used to seeing how thick this is. It's 52 pages or something like that, and every single page has to be signed or initialed. But yes, it's part of the process, and it's just when you have to print out 52 pages of paper, it's just not usual in this day and age. Anyway, that's just a little bit of insight of the ANW process, all part of the fun and games.
So, I just did some Tabata intervals on the Versa Climber, and I hadn't done that in a long time. And trust me when I say long time. Oh my God. So Tabata intervals, for those who don't know, most people know them as 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. And it's a Dr. Tabata that came up with this workout. And it's 4 sets, 4 reps at that, 2 sets. And what they found was, what Dr. Tabata found, was that 15-minute workout was enough to simulate, I think, like 45 minutes of aerobic work, maybe even an hour. So the idea here was they were trying to find the most efficient way of getting aerobically fit. And because the traditional way of getting aerobically fit was to just do long, slow distance or long, slow efforts, which works, but it made your time suck. And a lot of people don't have that kind of effort. Well, they found anyway, these 20-second on, 10-second off intervals, or Tabata as they're known today, have a massive bang for your buck. And then for track cycling, we found it's a great interval duration for me. And because most efforts you put out aren't for more than 20 seconds, at least bursts. And then that 10 seconds. So here's the funny thing about Tabata. So you think, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. No problem. I remember the first time I did it, by the second rep, I was thinking, this is the world's worst time machine, because it makes that 20 second last forever, and that 10 second, the shortest 10 seconds ever. It goes by so fast, and anyone that's actually truly done Tabata can attest to that. And here is the misconception with Tabata, is that when people do Tabata, they hear the storied history of it, and people like saying it's brutal. But to do it properly, the test subjects killed themselves for 20 seconds, not soft pedaling or breathing hard. They were killing each other, themselves. So that's where the Tabata really shines, is if you kill yourself. And to that, you have to work up to that. I hadn't done Tabatas in a long time on the Versa Climber, and man, it was a rude awakening. I actually, full disclosure, I had to stop after the second rep because I did 30 seconds full gas because I was testing myself to see what I could do, how long I could last at max pace, and 30 seconds is all I could do. And so I was like, wow, that's almost 20 seconds. So the next rep, I rested for a few seconds and then tried it again. I couldn't last. So I stopped, sat down for a minute, and said, put my big boy pants on and did another set. But But yeah, if you ever do Tabata, the 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, it is designed for that 20 seconds to be full gas. Again, you have to work up to it. And that's the challenge. I went ahead and photographed how far I got in that one set. I couldn't even photograph the first set, half set, because I couldn't even see straight. Anyway, things you gotta work on, and that's what I was thinking, why I was gonna even talk about this, is that even in intervals, you have to work up to them if you do them properly. I mean, if you do them with the right zeal and intensity, you should not be, and it's drastically different than what you're doing. So say you're doing longer intervals, 2 minutes on, 1 minute off. If you try to go do Tabata after doing a block of those, you're not going to be able to do it with the zeal that you're supposed to do it, because it's supposed to be so brutal. And you build up to it. And that's the thing. It's like, people got to understand is that they can't get discouraged if they attempt to work out and they can't finish it. That's the whole point. That's the beauty of it. Because then you got a bar. You got a bar that's set, and then you try to beat it next time. That's the cool thing about the Versa Climber, is that I knew what the bar was, and it wasn't that long ago, because it's so fresh in my mind. And that's why I love talking about it, because I was like, I knew it was going to be hard before I even bought the thing. And even when I set it up, I knew I'm going to hate this thing, and I'm probably never going to use it. But I found, it sucked so much that I liked it. And that's why I like talking about it. I love finding something that you knew you were going to suck at, and that you did suck at, and then you just got better at it. Because that's the beauty. That's where all the magic happens. That's where, your mind gets stronger, your body gets stronger along with it. You get this confidence that you never thought you'd have. And it's the best feeling in the world. So anyway, I'm going to go finish my workout. I'm going to have Costco rotisserie chicken tonight. I figured I was going to make tofu, but I was doing shopping today, and they just put out the chickens, and I'm like, I can't pass that up. Anyway, see you guys in a minute. Okay, so this is something I got last year, the year before, and it's an isometric trainer, and all it is basically a super heavy duty nylon strap and cammed handles on them. And the idea here is being able to do isometric exercises portably. And the reason why I got this was I was hoping to use it to warm up actually a Ninja Warrior last year, or maybe the year before. I think it was the year before. Time flies by. Anyway, I haven't used it since. I didn't bring it. I think I brought it with me. I didn't use it. It was it was the first year, because I was so injured, and this definitely wasn't going to help me. But I want to revisit this, because I really do believe isometric contractions, you got to do all three. You got to do concentric, eccentric, and isometric to get maximum gains. And what dawned on me is this is great for people who don't feel comfortable lifting heavy weights, just psychologically or whatever. And that is someone I live with. And it dawned on me, this is the best way of getting maximum contraction without someone feeling psychologically blocked, and seeing a heavy weight and thinking they're going to hurt themselves. Plus, there's literally no movement in this. It's all just perceived exertion, which is a great starting point for anyone who's who wants to do resistance training. And the idea here is you're just basically pulling the crap out of this strap, and I'm trying to break it. And if you do it right, it's really, really freaking hard. And so hard that you're doing it to a handful of seconds. And I do isometric contractions with using the K-box, basically the strap, same thing. There's a strap on a bar, just basically locked out, and I can't keep track of time, because you're pulling so hard that you can't see straight, and time kind of stops, kind of like when you're doing Tabata. Again, something you built up to, and I just think this is an awesome way of doing it. And if you can make anything out of this, this was highly reviewed, and it's strong. I mean, you look at the cam. This buckle's huge. I don't think I've got any of my straps or anything remotely close to this 1.5 inches. inch and a half wide, and then the cam is really sturdy. I think I got this off on Amazon. It was a third-party seller though on Amazon. Anyway, so I'm going to kind of use this, play around with this a little bit more because I'm trying to get Betsy to use it. But I think it's a great idea for anyone who's who's plateaued using traditional weights, doesn't want to invest in a flywheel trainer, is trying eccentric contractions. And this, all evidence is pointing towards using isometric contractions to get that last oomph, last bit of performance out of an athlete. Totally sold on it. Okay, so like my arms are shaking. Yeah, it's definitely a different feeling than doing your normal concentric contractions, but yeah, definitely different. And again, you got to adapt to it.
This really freaking hurts. Gotta make it to 3.
Yay! Yeah, no joke, man. That hurts. Yeah. I look forward to doing that, but man, I mean, it just can't capture how much that rolls the calluses in your hands. Ouch, man. That's when you talk about suffer for your art. Ooh. Okay, so here's here's an alternate version of using the band to pull and do reps. This is just kind of a static, constant tension. It's supposed to work on your rotator cuff, or that external rotation on your arms. Honestly, I don't know which one's better or not. I guess it wouldn't be too bad to do both of them. Okay, so this is my third set of these tonight. I haven't done these in a while. This is a great exercise. These are, I call them, you can do it with kettlebells. I do them with these Thor hammers, but they're kettlebell sit-ups, shoulder presses. And what you do is you take your weights, hold them up, and sit up. With these hammers, it's a really good grip exercise because it's so hard to hold the hammers as opposed to kettlebells, which you could rack draped over your arms, but still, it's a great exercise. It really forces you to engage that core in order to get that press up, an advanced move. But I was looking for something to kind of break the monotony of doing core and then also working my shoulders and my grip. Anyway, it's a fun one. I'm gonna go to bed now.